Well, here I am, David Hepher. I've been situated in the studio actually for about 60 years plus, and I've made a lot of work up here. About 90% of it based on the city, because I think of myself as a landscape painter. It's me simply responding to the environment in which I find myself. I was born in Surrey, and in 1935, but I can't remember anything of that because I was a baby. As a boy, at the age of 6, I contracted tuberculosis. I was in and out of hospital for the best part of 3 years, and on my own a lot. I would do a lot of painting naturally to fill the time. I think to the extent that when one was at school, one was always one of the better ones at painting in the art class. I remember thinking, well, if it comes to worse, I can always be an artist. That was my kind of sort of attitude. I left art school when I was 26, and for 10 years I didn't show my work at all because I felt I was going through a period of readjusting to what I wanted to do and so on, and that took time. I turned my attention more to tower blocks, banal, but probably more dramatic, simply through their scale. I start off with the canvas on the studio floor and lay the concrete onto it. And press the timber into it, and then stretch it up. So you're looking at a kind of great slab of concrete, basically. The paint then gets kind of put upon it. Sometimes I start with some graffiti and then paint the building, and then maybe reintroduce some more concrete and reintroduce graffiti or whatever. But it's very much a kind of layered process, basically. And I was very lucky in terms of all the way through my life, I was given fantastic teaching jobs. I mean, no more than 2 or 3 days a week, ever. And ended up being head of painting at the Slade. I get so bored with artists who are kind of cutting off their ear and brushing the sweat off their brow and thinking, oh, it's such hard work and how I'm suffering and all that. So it's a bit of a move against that. Might be something to do with British education, that real cool is being able to do something brilliantly without appearing to any effort at all. It's effortless. It's a kind of super arrogance, actually, but that's what it is. At the end of the day, it seems to me, a visual artist is simply opening or attempting to open people's eyes to see beauty or to see something they enjoy looking at in an area where maybe they would kind of dismiss it or not find it or reject it. That's all they're doing. I did it because basically nothing else to do and I enjoyed doing it. It's not terribly important. Having said that, I think that probably the other side of all this is that the paintings actually never get there. And the reason you go on doing it is because actually, it never is good enough. I mean, the painting itself never is good enough.